France has been plunged deeper into political uncertainty as President Emmanuel Macron accepted the resignation of Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu on Monday, just hours after officially unveiling his cabinet. The unexpected development confirmed by the French presidency has intensified the ongoing political deadlock gripping the country. Macron had appointed Lecornu, a former defense minister, as prime minister only last month, hoping his experience and moderate tone would help stabilize a divided parliament. However, the new cabinet, which was largely unchanged from the previous administration and announced late Sunday, immediately drew harsh criticism from both the opposition and members within Macron's own camp. Political analysts noted that Lecornu faced an uphill battle from the start, as his immediate challenge was to secure parliamentary approval for next year's austerity budget, a task that had already claimed the position of his two predecessors. Adding to the economic tension, official data released last week revealed that France's public debt had soared to a record high, as the country's debt-to-GDP ratio now ranks as the third highest in the European Union, trailing only Greece and Italy. At nearly double the EU's 60% limit, the figure has fueled growing concern over France's fiscal discipline and long-term economic health. In previous years, successive French governments managed to pass annual budgets by invoking a constitutional clause that allowed them to bypass a parliamentary vote. Though legal, the tactic was widely condemned by opposition lawmakers as undemocratic. Lecornu had pledged to reverse that trend, assuring citizens and parliamentarians last week that he would seek a proper legislative vote on the new budget. But that promise ultimately proved impossible to keep, and with Parliament sharply divided and Macron's party bloc holding only a minority in the assembly since last year's snap elections, Lecornu's position became untenable. Those elections, intended to strengthen Macron's mandate, instead weakened his grip on power and deepened the gridlock between the executive and legislative branches. As France now faces the prospect of another government reshuffle, questions are mounting over how Macron intends to break the impasse. Observers say the president must now decide whether to appoint another ally in hopes of building fragile alliances, or call for a broader political compromise, a move that could test both his authority and his legacy. France's latest political shake-up underscores the growing fragility of Macron's government and the deep divisions within the French political landscape. With the country's economy under strain and its leadership in flux, all eyes are now on the Élysée Palace to see whether Macron can restore stability or if France is heading towards an even more turbulent chapter in its modern political history. Uchi Jacinta for Eagles FM News.